terrible tragedy like every homicide. A woman, 100 years old, still vital, has been killed, according to the medical examiner. This case is still in the beginning stages of investigation. The medical examiner's office has ruled that this was a homicide. The district attorney's office is looking at this from all possible angles. And with that brief statement, please remember also, this is a pending investigation. In my opinion, like all district attorneys, I'm very reluctant to comment about specifics during a pending investigation. So with that, I'd be happy to answer any of your questions.
Do you have a suspect in mind?
We are looking at the case from every possible angle. So to say at this point whether we have a prime suspect, a person of interest, is premature.
Did the family, was there a delay in telling the family that it was a homicide?
Well, we've been in contact with the family, and there was a delay between when the medical examiner's office ruled that it was a homicide and when we had contact with the family. I regret that. We've spoken to the family. Sometimes those things happen, and I think that the reason for it was because what's taken place so far, please remember, is the ruling of the medical examiner. But the district attorney's office has not come to any conclusion yet. So if there was a disconnect, that's where it was. But that's been corrected, and we move forward.
Was there a weapon, so to speak?
Start the question again. Well, I think originally you're looking at a case from all possible angles. So was that something that we contemplated initially? Obviously, yes. But now the medical examiner's office has made its determination, and now it's up to us to take our time and to be thorough and to make our determination.
Can you say who you're talking to, who your investigators are talking with, Mr. Sutter?
I'm not going to get into the specifics of that, Jim. All I can say is to repeat what I've said several times so far. We're looking at the case from all possible angles. The nursing home where she was residing is cooperating with us, and we're resolved to get to the bottom of this, as we are on every single homicide.
Was there a weapon?
So should other residents within that facility be concerned that there's a killer on the loose? Should they be worried about their own lives? Because you said you're going to take your time.
Well, I didn't say we're going to take our time. I said we're going to be thorough. We're going to move as quickly as we can. I might have said something about time, but we're going to take the time that's necessary. But I'm quite certain that the nursing home is going to take precautions based upon what the medical examiner has ruled, and we're going to be working in conjunction with them on that. That's an excellent question. Yes.
Was it a manual strangulation? Was it with? Can you tell us whether was it with hands?
I'm not going to get into anything more than what the medical examiner said, which was asphyxia by manual strangulation.
And is there any thought that it's random?
Well, I mean, once again, I'm just going to be repeating myself, but I mean, we're going to look at every possible angle on the case. Random meaning what?
Like a stranger?
Anything is possible at this point in time, but I'm not overly concerned with it.
Who would want to kill a 100-year-old woman?
What's that?
Who would want to kill a 100-year-old woman?
We're going to try to determine that. Well, you'd have to ask the nursing home for the second part of your question. For the first part of your question, all I can say is that we're going to be working closely with them, the state police unit, so that the precautions are taken.
But you haven't looked at staff on nursing violence?
That would be a specific about the pending investigation. So we're looking at everything.
With two
What made you think it was a suicide initially?
Well, I think you might start with the age of the victim. It's unusual. Well, just let me say this. All right, this is, and that's why all of you are here. This is an extremely unusual case. I can't think of any case in recent memory where someone of that age has been, at least according to the medical examiner at this point, murdered. So I think it was natural that initially, and I'm not saying that we thought that was what took place, but that's something that we considered at the beginning.
Well, what was it about it? Obviously, people of her age do die of natural causes all the time in nursing homes. What was it that you saw, your investigator
Well, that's
saw
gonna-
that said that this was out of New York?
Well, that would get into the specifics, but I refer you to the medical examiner's report. I think you'd find your answer there.
Is there a break-in at the facility?
Her
husband died there also. Will that be looked into, or you already know that that was just a normal death?
Her husband predeceased her
Right,
some
right.
time ago,
Yeah.
so that's not a major factor that we're looking at right now.
It said that her and her roommate have been fighting over the past few weeks. Do you consider her roommate maybe the person?
Once again, that gets into the specifics of the investigation, and as I said, we're looking at the case from all possible angles, and that's really all I'm going to say at this point. There'll be plenty of time later to come.
I'm sorry, sir. What about just the humanity of it? I mean, here's a woman who, you reach the age of 100, and your life is taken by
No question about it. Right, exactly. It's staggering, it's shocking, it's inhumane, and it's a terrible tragedy like every single homicide. Is there an acuteness to this because of her age? I would say yes, just as there would be an acuteness if we were dealing with an infant. I spoke, and I continue to speak, about the necessity of the district attorney's office to do everything within our resources to protect the most vulnerable, children and seniors. Clearly, she falls into that category.
There was
Just a couple of more now,
there was
because
a
it's
65
inevitably going to get into the
There's
specifics.
another woman who was murdered in Attleboro, your county as well, and
67.
67.
Yep, single
I mean,
gunshot.
Is there a message, something to say to the people who would seem to be at the better part of their lives, toward the end of their lives, but still they should feel safe, right?
Well, I go all around the county. I'm in the midst of it right now, to every council on aging, every senior center, to preach the message of crime prevention. So I would urge all seniors to take every reasonable precaution to protect themselves.
And what kind of
Two more.
shopping bag
John?
was found on her bed?
What's that?
What kind of a shopping bag was found on her bed?
That's specific, John, and that will wait till another day. Yes, last one.
What do you want to tell seniors there that will delay it here so they can sleep safely at night? How quickly is an arrest imminent?
Oh, well, as I said, we're going to be thorough with our investigation because it's critical that we be thorough. But what I can say is that the district attorney's office, the state police, the local police, those in charge at the nursing home, we're going to be working together closely and competently to do everything we can to ensure the safety of those involved. All right, thank you all very much.
Very nice to meet you.